Going live on a Monday night, fellas? Why not? Let's get after it.
Welcome to The Common Fan, your go-to podcast for SEC smack talk, top 25 game day predictions, and fan-first football takes in college or the NFL. Here is your host, Bryce Tillman. So grab a drink, pull up a chair, and let's talk ball.
What's up, everybody? It's another live edition of The Common Fan podcast. I'm your host, Bryce Tillman. Joining me, as always, Jackson Arnold's number one fan on the planet, Kyle Dewitt. Hell State, Mr. Cameron Williams. Tough year to be a Mississippi State Bulldog fan and a Auburn fan. But this is what makes us fans, and this is why we are here. It's so easy, right? It's so easy being an Alabama fan. I feel like anybody can do that. It takes real, true dedication to be a fan of a less superior school.
There's two people in this world, Bama fans and Bama haters.
Three. You have these random people that's never even seen a football game for Alabama, post Roll Tyler on Facebook. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, those are my favorite.
I don't even like them.
Those are my favorite.
Yeah.
I think I saw Bryce say Roll Tide one time.
I did in a bet.
Oh.
I think I said that Roll Tide sounded like a STD one time. I'm pretty sure I did say that.
It kind of rolls off the tongue a little bit.
So we're going to wait on, I guess, just getting a few more people in here. I know we didn't share it to Facebook today. We need people to get on to YouTube with us. So we're giving a few minutes for y'all to send the links out to people.
I just shared it on Facebook, so maybe it says uploaded. So
Let's go. We got some people interacting on our little post we got on Facebook for Kyle's little fundraiser sponsored by Farm Bureau Insurance. So I got the graphic right here, Kyle. If you want me to put it up on the screen, you can just give a little rundown on it for one more time for the people that didn't catch our last show.
Yeah. Why you gotta block me off?
I like the show better like this.
Oh, you're so good. Okay, I can't say that. Anyways,
Jesus, you're getting canceled day one.
Here we go.
These four games: Ole Miss versus OU, Bama versus South Carolina, Missouri versus Vandy, A&M versus LSU. Pick your winner of each game. Pick the points scored by each team. We will grade, score, whatever you want to call it, and whoever has the closest or lowest points for us, right, will win. And we'll actually put the proof out there of how we calculated whatnot. You win a 20-quart Arctic cooler sponsored by Kyle Dewitt Farm Bureau. Be pretty sweet. We'll get it to you next week. But keep all your comments on that post, and that way we can go back and keep our notes.
All right, who's playing the live in the background? It is echoing all over the show.
I'm sorry, that's me. I was trying to see the comments. I'll turn it down.
Oh my gosh!
I know, newbie, man. We're figuring this out. I'm gonna turn it down.
All right, so we've got to start the show with Billy Napier getting fired from Florida.
It was coming.
Long time coming.
Who called it?
Coming. Cameron did call it.
Cam Boney called it.
Other way.
What? For me, it's that way.
Other way.
I'm pointing that way. Whatever.
All right. So, what does this mean for Billy Napier? And I want to get y'all's opinions on, was this a smart move for Florida doing this during season? Because I've got a lot of pros and cons to this, and I want to get y'all's takes on it because there's other teams coming up that coaches on the hot seat, and I want to know where y'all stand on firing a coach mid-season like this.
I'm torn because a place like Florida, Penn State, right, you fire a coach mid-season, your recruits that you already got pretty much well locked in, ready for January 1st or February 4th, whatever it is, signing day, they're backing off now. They're not locking in their recruitment. They're like, oh, no, James Franklin's not there. I'm going to open it back up. Same thing with Florida. Billy Napier, there are a lot of recruits that go there for Billy Napier, right? But they also go there more for the brand. So with Florida, it's a little different than, say, Penn State. Penn State, they want to go for James Franklin. Florida, they want to go to Florida. They want to play in the swamp. We saw it with Coach Saban. When Coach Saban left in January, the max exodus, right? So I'm torn. With Florida, I don't think it's as bad. I think they're still going to land some good recruits. A lot of those recruits are just going for the brand, and they also see all the talent that's there right now. But with like Penn State, it's kind of tough. James Franklin left, and you started seeing 5 stars back out. Hugh Freeze leaves, it's going to be rough.
Well, it can go. I feel like it can go either way.
Yeah.
Because I've seen interim coaches. I've seen Cadillac Williams come in and that team play harder than they've ever played before at Auburn.
Yeah. I'm talking on recruits, basically, just recruits.
Yeah, but another thing to that is they changed that rule where if a coach quits midseason, then the players can jump in the portal. That is not so anymore. Now they have to wait until a new coach is hired, and they have to wait 5 days, I think, under that new coach before they can jump ship. Yep.
Yeah.
So it kind of changes the perspective. Lets the new coach come in and say, "Hey, what can I do to get you to stay here?" And they closed one portal window, so now they got one portal window. So two, it's 15 days long. So it's kind of
and it's shorter. That's right. It's a shorter portal window, and there's only one now. And as you just mentioned, you've got 5 days after a coach is hired. And let's be honest here, most coaches are not going to get hired until around the late November, December range anyway. So there's not a lot of time there for a player now. And I'm not oblivious to the fact that rosters are going to get tampered with. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that teams, players from other teams, coaches, agents have already contacted Cam Coleman, right? Yeah. I mean, it's happening. Well, I mean, that's ball. For years, that's part of the game, yeah. In the last year, he had a crazy offer from another SEC program that, quite frankly, he should have took it, honestly. But he gave it one more year. Now, I don't see Cam Coleman giving Auburn another year. But in this situation, I'm kind of, like I said, Blake Lane and I are supposed to get on and do a show this week about the pros and cons to find, like, specifically to this topic for a show for his channel. I can see the pros to it. Like, I see what happened with UCLA firing their coach, putting a new spark into them, winning ball games. UAB doing the same thing, knocking off Memphis this past weekend, right? Arkansas looks like a little life breathed back into them. They didn't win games. They come up short last weekend, and they came up, But there's teams that are firing coaches that are finding a spark. And, me and Branson was talking about this today. We wonder if this is what's going to happen with Florida when they come in and have to play Georgia next weekend. They're off this week. They play Georgia next weekend in Jacksonville. Who knows? Because we don't know. This is not going to be the same Billy Napier-led team at this point. So, you never know. Like Cam, was it Cam or Hugh Kyle that just a few minutes ago about Cadillac Williams coming in there and beating Texas A&M right after Brian Harsin was fired. So, it's a tough situation, but I think that you can make valid points for both. Now, I think that where you struggle in this is if you fire your head coach that calls and has such a hand in the play calling, because then you don't have nobody else to call plays there. If your offensive coordinator's not calling plays and you fire your head coach then I think that becomes a problem.
I want to run just the head coaching jobs. I know we're waiting on a few people to get on, or normal people, but I want y'all to see this list of head coach openings. Arkansas Razorbacks, Colorado State, Florida Gators, Kent State, Oklahoma State, Oregon State, Penn State, Stanford, Virginia Tech, UAB, UCLA. That's 11 jobs right now.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, and there's a good possibility for more. Here's the problem.
Absolutely.
Here's the problem. Do these programs, because I'm looking at Arkansas, Florida, Oklahoma State. I mean, that's a big program. Even Oregon State, Penn State, Stanford, Virginia Tech, UCLA. That's 8 big name schools there that I don't think settle for a in-training head coach like Mississippi State hired. I hate to say it. I think Jeff Lebby's going to be all right. I'm still sour, but they did get lucky with a good hire, and that doesn't happen often. So for a big name school to hire someone like a group of 5 coach, we've seen that. We've seen what happened to Billy Napier. You know, we've seen that story before. These people are going to pay money to get the big dogs, I feel like.
Well, look, I mean, we think there's potential for Levy to be what we think he can be, right?
Yeah.
I've not really sailed the ship on Levy. I think that he's had a little bit of misfortune in some of these games. Some people can question his play calling there at the end of the game Saturday against Florida. Not going to push back on it. To me, I think he should have ran the ball, maybe got a little bit closer for a field goal. But if y'all remember, we done a recap at the beginning of the year where I said the same thing that that Heupel should have done it from Tennessee playing Florida. Like that should have been the same scenario there. So I think that this is things that you learn from and you adapt from. And I think that Josh Levy will be fine there.
Do you remember if they had a timeout on the clock?
No, they didn't have any timeouts, but they had 20-something seconds at the 29-yard line, which gave you plenty of time to run 1 to 2 run plays and kill the ball.
That's a little risky. That's a little risky with 20 seconds.
On first down, though.
Yeah. That late in the game.
You can get one off.
You can, but you could also you could get one run and then maybe one pass. But I see why they were passing.
The standard is you get. I'm gonna call that red zone. It's 5 yards from the red zone, 4 yards to 29-yard line. But you're within field goal range. You're red zone. Why? We've always been taught playing football. You don't put the ball in jeopardy in that situation. Keep the ball on the ground. Hey, if you have to burn a little clock off and spike the ball, if you don't get no timeouts, whatever. But you're in field goal range. Take care of the ball.
No, I agree. Yeah,
and the first thing they do is drop back and gets an out route picked off by a nose tackle. That's just terrible play call.
We'll dive into the game recaps. I was just kind of trying to get a feel on what y'all thought about the coaching fire mid-season and, some of these upcomers. Weston Cloud comments, James Franklin, I feel like, is coming to the SEC. Yeah, I mean, I maybe. I don't know. I don't know if James Franklin would come to the SEC. And I think that that's solely his decision because I think teams are going to want James Franklin. It wouldn't surprise me if he is a leading candidate for the Florida job right now. I'm sure he's definitely been called. So
I heard something interesting though. For James,
open her pickles.
For the James Franklin saga, for him to save face, do you think he goes to a ACC school or a Mountain West school or something like that to where he can kind of dominate, bring good recruits, and save his outlook of what kind of coach he is? Because right now, all everybody knows him as, he was a good coach last year. He got a team into the playoffs. This year, he was in the top 5 for half the season so far. But right now, everybody knows him as a coach that got fired from Penn State.
Well, and I think and Nick Saban talked about this on game day, man. It's unfair. It's injustice to him because he just won. I mean, I say just won. He won the Big Ten in 2016, right? He won the Big Ten, took him to the 14 playoff, if I'm not mistaken, in 2016. Let's check that. Let me fact check that real quick. I'm pretty sure he went to the playoff. But bottom line is, winning 10 games a year and then coming out in a year that you were preseason number 1, that James Franklin, like Nick Saban said, he set that expectation there. He's the one that done that, Now, did he tell them to rank him number 1? No, but they knew what he had and who he was as a ball coach and what he had as a team there. And then come up and drop 3 games and get fired, man. I just think that's insane.
Especially with your QB1 hurt. Like, that's what's crazy to me. Like, your starting quarterback's hurt. The main guy around that offense, he gets hurt, and then you lose a game, lose another game, and then it's hey, you know what? We're done with you. Thank you for taking us to the semifinals last year and barely losing. It was fun, but go hang it out.
So, this is where the carousel comes in, though, because you're going to have people's name, in which we talked about it today. I don't think people like Brent Key's going to leave because he's 7th in AP with Georgia Tech, his alma mater. I don't feel like he'll leave. I really don't feel like Ole Miss is going to leave, but I feel like there's some play there to get them more money with their current contracts. So I feel like they're playing that a little bit. But you're going to have people like
Saban ain't coming out of retirement.
No, he's not coming out of retirement. Miss Terry ain't gonna let that happen. But
Yeah,
I mean, you're gonna have Golish step up. He'll take a good job. You'll have John Summerall, but then who goes in those spots? That's kind of where it's. Do you see some of these big coaches, Napier going back to Sunbelt? Do you see Franklin going back to? And at the end of the day, they don't have to. Napier just got $21 million and walked off. I would go sit on the beach myself, but.
Yeah, I would definitely cleanse my mind with a fishing trip in Bora Bora. I said that before already.
with the boys, dude. With the boys.
It stands. Like, we're going to have to go sit down and take a deep breath, and let's get back out there. Billy Napier's young, man. He will be back coaching.
Yeah, he's going to. I'm just throwing that out there. He doesn't have to.
And, same for James Franklin. I mean, I think that he was phenomenal on the college football game day the other day. And I think that he could get something as a broadcaster or something like that. He speaks really well. So the coaching carousel is going to continue, and there's going to be a lot of names getting thrown in hats, a lot of, speculations, a lot of rumors, and it's getting that point. It happens every year. It just seems like it's happened to a lot more teams this year. So before we get into our game recaps and our breakdowns, we're going to do a quick ad reading. And then when we come back from that, we will get started. All right, this episode of the Common Fan Podcast brought to you by Sharp42.ag, proudly sponsored by Joe Allen. If you're ready to take your college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays to the next level, Sharp42.ag has you covered with sharp betting lines, expert analysis, and the fastest payouts in the game. Sharp42.ag makes sure you never miss your chance to win big. Thanks to Joe Allen for making this possible and for supporting fans like us who live and breathe football. Don't just watch the games, get in on the action. Visit sharp42.ag today and bet smarter with the best. This episode of The Common Fan is also sponsored by Miller Insurance Group of Mississippi, locally owned by Trey Miller. Whether you need life insurance to protect your family or auto home coverage to better fit your budget, Miller Insurance makes it easy and stress-free. Get a quote and real guidance from people who live where you live. Call 601-394-3795 or email Trey, Trae, at millerinsured.com. Again, that's 601-394-3795 or Trey, Trae, at millerinsured.com. Miller Insurance Group, independent to better serve you. All right, so when we're talking about this game, let's start with Friday night when everybody, besides Cameron, because he says he didn't pick this game because he chickened out of it, picked Miami to beat Louisville. And what did we see, boys? We seen last year
ETA.
Georgia's Carson Beck. That's what we seen last year. Friday was last year's Carson Beck. But shout out to Louisville and shout out to that coach, man. His name just slipped my freaking mind. But Louisville's head coach is an upcomer.
Braun.
He is Braun.
Yeah.
He is a terrorist when it comes to playing against him. Like, he is massive, bro.
Yeah. Dude, how about Miller Moss?
Yeah, Miller Moss is good. He come from did he come from USC last year?
Yes.
Yeah. So I will say I didn't pick. I was going to pick, and that's why I brought it up because I asked you guys, what do you think about Louisville's chance? But Bryce was interrupted with a comment, so I'm glad he got interrupted because I was going to still pick Miami, but I did.
I'll eat crow on it because I said no shot. Louisville beats them like that. But no, hey, it's college football, dude. It's college football.
At the end of the day, Carson Beck threw 4 interceptions.
Yeah.
I mean, Louisville destroyed him on defense. I mean, he couldn't do anything. And that's just another thing that's going to shake up this college football playoff, I think.
That's without a doubt.
And Louisville, whatever, Louisville is going to be in talks now for the ACC championship. So,
yeah, I mean they're 6-1
with a new headset.
It's my Xbox one, and my little girl's running around here wild, so I'm trying to keep the noise down.
Yeah, they might be in the hunt for it, but the ACC's getting heated, bro. It's getting nice over there.
I'm liking what I'm seeing from Georgia Tech.
Me too.
But Louisville's 6-1 now.
Yeah. Well,
I
yeah.
mean,
Their only loss was to who?
Virginia,
Virginia,
30-27.
yeah. Who beat Florida State?
Who beat Bama?
Who beat Bama?
Yeah, but
I
Stanford
had to
beat
say
Florida State.
Yeah, Carson Beck with 4 interceptions.
We beat Tennessee.
Carson Beck, 4 interceptions. It's just, we was talking in our group chat, and the topic come up, and I mentioned that I would take Gunnar Stockton over Carson Beck, and it wasn't just because of this game. It's because we seen Carson Beck do this last year. Like, he done this last year at Georgia. Now, does Beck have potential to come out and have phenomenal game? When Beck's up, man, he's up. But when he's down, he's down.
He's at the bottom.
Like dirt. Like, I don't understand, but he's not really one of them that knows how to rally back. He to come back last year and still fell short to Bama. That's probably the biggest time I've ever seen him rise up and try to jump back into a ball game. But I don't know, man. I hope that we don't see that Carson Beck again. I'll say that. I hope we don't see that Carson Beck again this year.
Yeah, because that was rough. I mean, he's had such a good year leading into there, right? He was at the top of the leaderboard across the board, and then comes in and has a DJ Lagway game, and now it's like, all right, well, we're not number 2 anymore.
Yeah.
Kind of fumbled the bag.
You know who else fumbled the bag? Ole Miss, buddy.
Is that defense? If they had
Lane whiffing.
Is it because of us? Is it because we all 3 picked Georgia to win that ball game?
I think so.
Ole Miss to win that ball game?
I think it is. It was told to me a couple times, like, "Hey, all 3 y'all picked them." I was like, "They're gonna lose, dude." First time, and this was if this isn't true, it's the announcer during that game. Kirby Smart has ever scored 5 touchdowns consecutively in a game.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's also
That's
the first
wild.
time. It's also the first time in Athens that a team come in and scored on the first 5 drives too. Ole Miss done that.
That's
Scored
crazy.
a touchdown first 5 drives. Yep.
How do you just lose momentum for that? Like, that's outrageous.
They didn't score a point in the fourth quarter. Georgia scored 17 points fourth quarter.
I mean, that comes down to
Trinidad Chambliss. Trinidad Chambliss fell off in that fourth quarter.
He got rattled.
Yeah.
He was shell-shocked.
He was rattled. He looked like a completely different quarterback.
But guys, I love watching that kid play football.
Yeah, I do too.
Trinidad, I love watching him play. I love watching Gunnar Stockton play. I think that he's 1,000% Georgia. He is a Bulldog through and through.
Yeah.
You see his completion percentage?
No, what was it?
26 of 31.
Yeah, but you see what it was? 83%? Yeah, 88 is what it.
He reminds me of
Gunnar Stockton's QBR was 96.9.
He reminds me of Stetson Bennett a lot. He's just a little bit more of like a Cam Scatterboo, starts Stetson Bennett. Maybe doesn't drink as much.
I think Branson told me second half, Gunnar Stockton went perfect second half. I think he said he was 16 for 16.
Dang, not 17 for 17.
He got hot. Yeah, he got hot in the second half.
Yeah.
But that's Lane Whiffen for you.
And Georgia ran the football all the way down Ole Miss's throat, dude. 221 yards on the ground. Ole Miss only rushed for 88 yards.
And
Chambliss had 42 of them.
Yes. 263 yards. He had 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Chambliss with a QBR at 88.8. Ole Miss comes up short, and it ain't going to get no easier for them. They have Oklahoma coming up this week, and we'll talk about
That's going to be a ball game.
On Thursday's live show. We'll discuss that one. I'm this weekend's another good slate of SEC games.
Yeah.
Dude. Another good slate. Texas A&M just did squeeze out that dub against Arkansas. Bobby Petrino is scoring points with Arkansas. They are scoring points.
That's Taylor Green's dog, though.
He's so good.
That dude's the truth.
16 carries for 147 yards. That's a day right there, buddy.
Arkansas being 2-5, man, it's
crazy to think.
If Arkansas had a defense, they would not be in that situation whatsoever because they can score.
if they had a defense and, T. Williams had pulled it together there when he was there as a defense coordinator, I think Sam Pitt would probably still be the job there, have the job there right now.
Yeah, 100%.
Marcel Reed, 280 yards for 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. And they rushed collectively as a team for 217 yards. But Arkansas rushed for 268 yards.
Yeah.
They got Omega Blake.
Who?
Arkansas.
That's their wide receiver. 7 receptions,
yeah.
118 yards, and a touchdown.
Wow, what a guy.
That'd have been about a 30-point game in fantasy. 22 probably.
Jamar Chase do you good the other night, go?
40 points, come on.
That's what I'm talking about. He showed out. Tennessee, Alabama, nah, we're not going to talk about that one.
Come on, man.
All right, Tennessee goes to Alabama, and let me tell you, if Aguilar and Tennessee could do something wrong and shoot themselves in the foot, if they shot themselves in the foot every time they'd done something wrong, they'd have kneecaps left. That's it.
I want to stop you right there. I heard a funny joke today. It said Tennessee brought
You're
a knife
funny
to
joke. You're a funny joke.
He said Tennessee brought a knife to a gunfight and still managed to shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, Joey Aguilar, 28 for 44, 268 yards, only 1 touchdown, 1 interception with a QBR 61.6. Ty Simpson, 19 for 29, 253 yards, 2 tutties, 0 interceptions. I'm really like, when you look at these stats, Tennessee had 268 through the air and rushed for 142. Alabama had 253 through the air and rushed for 120. The stats were so similar, but they got beat by 17 points.
Could not close in the red zone. They just couldn't. I mean, and hats off to, again, right? I'm trying not to be a Bama fan here. Hats off to Bama defense, because that's the number 1 scoring offense in the country going into Alabama. Right.
That pick six deflated them.
It killed it. It killed the safety started it. So I want to say this: Yanze Pierre, who was a 3rd-string edge, due to injuries, is now starting, has made a name for himself. He's got 5 sacks on the year, and he started. Well, I think Vanderbilt. Dude had a field day: 3 sacks, 7 tackles. I mean, one of them was that safety too, so he had a day. I think he's that solid edge guy we've been looking for. We talked about it in preseason. Like, what do we have to do on defense? Is we have to establish a good off the edge rusher. I think that's him. He freaking bodied that right tackle into Joey Aguilar for that safety. So the safety started it. And then they go down, they're trying to score. Same situation Mississippi State, except it was at halftime. No timeouts, trying to get some points on the board. Joey Aguilar had a freaking day, but he just a flat route he underthrows. Xavier Brown, being the player he is, he shows out at Bryant-Denny at night. That's the kid that had the interception versus Georgia. So Joey Aguilar, impressed me, dude. He impressed me. He can sit back in that pocket, and he's going to throw your 18-yard comebacks and 20-yard ends. Like, he's a beast, dude. I underestimated him.
He is
Yanze Pierre. Yanze.
They are good. Tennessee is good, but Aguilar is going to throw a pick every game.
Yeah, he actually threw 2, but the one was on a 2-point conversion, didn't count.
You know who else was really good for a pick every game last year, but he was going to win? Will Howard, Ohio State.
I feel like that's his entire career.
I'm
thinking of someone else.
He's going to throw a pick every game, but he's going to throw 3 touchdowns behind it. Like, it just is what it is.
Yeah, he's
and
a beast, dude.
It's like, bro, if you go win a national championship, I don't care how many interceptions you throw, honestly.
Yeah.
Let's be real with you.
Throw 15 if you want.
Yeah.
No,
LSU, Garrett Nussmeier.
Hey, me and Ken Boney called it.
Looking crummy again. Oblique injury, arthritis, testicular C word. I don't know what, and I don't care what he's got going on. This guy's just not good, fellas.
No,
he's just not good. Let's just call it like it is.
Yeah, he should have went on last year.
He was 19 for 28, 225 yards, 2 touchdowns. and he was getting hit every single play.
I'm just not impressed with Nussmeier,
he
man.
didn't have it behind him.
Do you feel like that people have found out the way to beat LSU is just putting pressure on Nuss?
Yeah.
I mean, they're stacking the box every time and just throw it up.
Here's my thing, right? When you look at, let's say, Julian Sayin, because I'm big on him right now. Julian Sayin, Ty Simpson, Joey Aguilar. I've even watched Taylon Green and Diego Pavia. If they got a free runner and they're sitting in a pocket about to deliver a dime and they're waiting for that receiver just to hit that 12th step, they're going to sit there and take that hit and deliver that pass. Watch Garrett Nussmeier versus Vanderbilt. Watch him. Every single pass. Instead of sitting there and taking it and delivering that pass, he turns his whole body like he's trying to catch somebody from hitting him and tries to deliver it, then underthrows him. He's scared to death getting hit, which, again, oblique injury could be part of it, but it's like he's been hit so much, he's like, all right, I'm tired of this.
That's one half of it right there.
Yeah.
He got to do Look, I just think everybody has said all season, and I found myself guilty of it as well. It's just like, just wait, Garrett Nussmeier. We're going to see the Garrett Nussmeier that we know from last year. We know the 4,000-yard quarterback from last year because they threw the ball 5,000 times that season.
Yeah.
Like, they couldn't run the football.
Yeah.
And
they can't now.
Caleb Deering getting knocked up, banged up, stuff didn't help. But, I mean, Pavia finds ways to win football games, and that Vanderbilt defense, man, they're pretty electric.
It's such a dog.
You know, Cedric Alexander, you know, he didn't have a big game last week on the ground, but LSU's defense is really good. But I like Cedric Alexander. That running back is really, really good.
He's a beast, dude.
Do you think that Vanderbilt's pretty decent now, Bryce?
Oh, yeah, I'm sold on Vanderbilt. I think did I text y'all or it might have been somebody else?
About time.
I texted and said, I'm officially a believer of Vanderbilt. I will say that. And, you know, we're going to do our predictions for Thursday, but I have full faith that Vanderbilt beats Missouri this weekend.
Vanderbilt, Diego Pavia is in the top 10 of rushing leaders, and that's running backs and all in the SEC.
So in the top 10 in passing leaders in the country. Look at completion percentage, and look at total. No, I don't think he is in total yards. Completion percentage, I think he's like 70.5. He's like number 9, I believe. He's
number 10 in rushing yards. So I sent that the other day.
I told Colt Merritt to get on live tonight, and he said he's checked out of football. I said, imagine your team only losing 2 games and just quit watching football.
Yeah, he dogged me out. He dogged me out and said, "Now I know what a state fan feels like." And I was like, "Yeah."
Ooh, I pull for a team that wins. Oh, you're so cool.
Hey, I'm sorry. Number 12. He's number 12 in completion percentage. Ty Simpson's number 14 in the country. So Diego Pavia is a dog, dude.
Yeah, Diego Pavia fits that system. I don't think Diego Pavia would be this just straight up dog like he is in any system in the country. I think that what he does and Kemp, wasn't that coach's name Cameron that come from New Mexico State?
I'm trying to think
his offensive coordinator.
Well, he's the offensive coordinator now. He was the head coach at New Mexico State, but that's their system: the short yardage, burn the clock, time possession. And Pavia, he does good at that. I don't know if Pavia would go do really good in the air raid somewhere.
He made a play on 4th and 1 that was just phenomenal. Like
Tim Beck.
Yep.
Dude, the way that he can roll out of the pocket and then hit a guy on the flat and get a first down is just that dude.
It's almost like he's a not as finessed Baker Mayfield.
Yeah. He can make a play.
When I say not as finessed, I mean like nowhere near as finessed. But
when I tell y'all that
playmaker,
we've talked all year, and I'm gonna relate this to state. But Blake Shapen
Sorry, Mike Evans ruined your day, buddy. Sorry about that.
He's concussed.
I rinsed Joe Allen this weekend, boys. I'm just going to say I rinsed him this weekend. I'm getting my money back.
Well, Texas Tech helped me not do that.
Yeah, and you was about to take Arizona State.
Pavia plays backyard Thanksgiving Day ball.
But hey,
perfect. Dude, that's best. Let's clap.
I'm telling you.
Let's clap.
Hey, I'm telling you, that's what I was getting at. Shapen is not that playmaker. He has really good ability to do that, but he doesn't. Pavia doesn't have that ability to hit that deep ball like Shapen, but he makes a play when he needs to, and that's the difference. That's a ball player.
Do you think, real quick, Cameron, do you think that who do you think's more booty cheeks, Shapen or Jackson Arnold?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know, man. That's tough because J.A. runs good.
J.A. can run. J.A. can scramble good. But the only thing is that Shapen has more points because he's able to throw the deep ball. And Brennan Thompson's the fastest wide receiver in the SEC.
Yeah,
that's the only difference.
Cheeks, buddy.
J.A. can run good, but that run game can only do so much.
But Shapen is cheeks. There ain't no doubt about it.
Yeah,
I think three.
Hey, we're here.
They're just cheeking it up, buddy. They're like two cheeks right there. Just a set of butt cheeks.
Hey, he had 3 opportunities to take that lead with a deep shot. How do you overthrow the fastest wide receiver?
There's Shapen, there's Arnold. Let's go, baby. Cute little booty.
How on 3rd and 4 in OT do you take a sack?
3rd and 6.
Yeah, you got to throw that
3rd
ball
and 6.
I thought that.
Is it 3rd and 6?
It's 3rd and 6, and he says, "Hey, game's on. What? We're gonna die."
Hey guys,
give me just a second. All right, Oklahoma goes into William Bryce and beats the absolute crap out of South Carolina. R.I.P. Laura Sellers, Shane Beamer. Shane Beamer, guys, we ready to have that conversation?
Virginia Tech.
We ready to have that conversation?
Does he go that soon? Does he go? I don't know.
I heard today on a podcast that once he feels like that he is not wanted anymore, he's making the move.
He's dipping.
Yeah, he's dude. I don't know if he feels wanted right now. It seems awful.
If Auburn plays South Carolina right now, it'd be battle of the mid. Battle of the mid
or the bottom. Battle of the bottom.
Well, I don't know because you still have Kentucky and Mississippi State, and I think Auburn and South Carolina are just.
I feel like Kentucky give Auburn a run right now.
I do too.
We play Kentucky in a couple weeks. It's gonna be a great game.
Hey, I'll be at the game this weekend with Texas. So
Oklahoma wins 26-7. John Mateer, only 150 yards, 1 touchdown, scramble for 14 yards. Not a lot of offensive production in this game, man.
Him and Lenore Sold's stats are almost identical. Like if Lenore's would have completed 1 pass for 26 yards, they would have had the identical stats. And South Carolina scored 1 time.
So Oklahoma had 2 interceptions. Must have put them up in good.
They had 2 interceptions?
Oklahoma caught 2 interceptions against South Carolina.
I was about to say.
So anyway, shout out Oklahoma, man. That Oklahoma Ole Miss game is going to be so good this weekend. So good.
Yeah, they don't say he threw any interceptions. Or do they have fumbles?
Oklahoma caught 2 interceptions against South Carolina. Lenore Sellers threw 1, and Mason Love threw 1.
Oh, ESPN must not be updated.
No, I'm sorry. Cutter Woods and Mason Love. I get Lenore Sellers did not throw 1.
Okay. That's what I was about to say. I wonder why they had them 2 in. They're just done with Lenore.
I didn't watch that game. I watched some highlights on it, and I seen little Sellers in there for just a tad, but not much. So, all right. I guess we'll cover this game.
Pick on South Carolina not being the dark horse is looking good.
Yeah, but you picked us.
I did. I'll eat crow on that one. Yeah. You picked Lenore, so hush.
All right. It's a new week. It's a new week. No, I didn't. I picked Dante Moore.
I know.
It's a new week. The same script, the same song, same dance. Auburn drops to Missouri in double overtime. 23-17 with 2 overtimes is absolutely a joke. This is a joke. Yeah. Auburn finds new ways to lose every week. This is what Hugh Freeze has done for the past 3 years. And I swear, if I hear him get up in a press conference again or a post game and talk about how close they are,
I'm the same way.
We're so close. We're so close. I seen on Twitter that says you cannot spell close without the word lose in it. That's what you do, Hugh. You lose. I think that Hugh Freeze was a decent coach at one time. I think the game's passing by. I think that he has to leave. I think it's time. And this is where I'm ready to say that it would be a pros versus a cons. The pros would outweigh the cons if Auburn gets rid of Freeze now, promotes Durkin to intern. And I don't care if you bring Marcus Davis up for the wide receivers coach, let him call plays. Cameron, me, you, and Kyle could put a playbook together with 25 plays in it and the triple option and go out there and beat Arkansas this week with this defense that Auburn's got.
Yep.
Bo Pribula did not have a good game. He was 23 for 40. He did have 252 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. But he found a way to win, man. And Jackson Arnold threw for 207 yards, and he found a way to lose. I don't know. I got people texting me all the time, why is Auburn not doing this? Why is Auburn not doing that? I don't know, man, because they rushed for 150 yards. They threw for 207 yards. Ahmad Hardy had 58 yards on 24 carries.
Buddies.
Yeah, they did. One of them was Jackson Arnold throwing the interception and getting them down there in real close range. I'm not taking that away from them. But how long is this defense going to hold up, y'all? Be honest with me. How much longer are they going to do it?
They're tired. I mean, they're doing their part. They're holding them. But as an offensive player, you have to help that defense out. You have to give them a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might not make it.
If you keep going 3 and out, like your defense is just gonna give up. Like they're only gonna be able to do so much.
That's it, man. They're stretching for you. They're giving their all to put the ball back in your hands for you to go three and out, and then have to start back at the beginning of the field and hold again. They get tired. They get tired too.
You get a team like, and I'm just using them. You get a team like Bama that puts together a 13, 14 play drive. Vanderbilt. Let's use Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt puts together a 13 play drive and eats 8 minutes off the clock, and then you go 3 and out, and then they do it again. Dude, I don't care how good you are. You're going to be gassed.
Blake Napier says, I think we are officially safe from the freeze warning. Brother, he is thawed out.
The freeze 5. That's all I heard, dude.
He's
I
thawed.
was so tired of looking at it. I actually unfriended Bryce during that whole thing.
We're doing a
freeze 5.
Auburn is doing an injustice to them guys too, man. It's not,
dude. Cam Coleman's going
to. You know what? But I don't feel bad for Cam Coleman, man, because he had 3 drops that game. The best football that Jackson Arnold's thrown all year hits him in his hands like this, and he drops it. Like, you're making millions to play college football. Make the freaking play, dude.
He's the best receiver in Alabama.
Here's the kicker to that.
Ryan Williams is right now.
They fire the coach. They fire
boy.
They fire Hugh
by far.
Go ahead, Cameron.
Sorry, Cam.
If they fire Hugh, all right, how many of those players are going to be retained? And if somebody comes in that's not a well-known coach, are they going to be able to stop the majority of the team from hitting the transfer portal?
That's a great question. That's a great question. You know what my answer is to that?
You don't care.
I don't care if all 11 of that offense leaves the way they've been playing right now. Just being real with you. As old boy said, rest in peace. I'm going to keep it creamy with you.
Yeah.
I don't care. Man. I don't care if every one of them leaves. Jackson Arnold needs to pack his suitcase right now. Why didn't Deuce play Saturday? Why didn't Ashton Daniels play? Hugh Freeze said in the post game, he said we were really close to making a quarterback change, but we just decided not to. Brother, why'd you even say that? Now Jackson Arnold heard that. Now he's looking over his shoulder. Why even say that? I don't care if every one of them leave. I think that the defense will stay if Durkin stays. I think that defense stays.
Dude,
Falk's going
so
to the
solid.
Does Durkin have the ability to turn that team around? You say that, Kyle. It's happened with worse teams. I watched a fluke last year or the year before they threw the corner touchdown pass.
So if they fire Hugh Freeze right now and Durkin comes in and beats Arkansas, then yes, I think they can make a decent run.
That's a beating
Kentucky,
coach.
beating Kentucky, beating Vanderbilt.
Not happening.
If they do that,
Not
they're
beating
definitely beating
Vanderbilt.
Mercer. They're not beating Bama.
No.
Sorry.
I don't know if they beat Arkansas this weekend. Auburn opens up as
no.
And we're gonna do a full game breakdown on it. But look, my answer to this, and we got to move on. We got some other games. I don't want to get hung up on them forever. My answer to this, Cameron, to answer to your question is, I don't care if every one of them leave. Like I don't care. We're not keeping Hugh Freeze for another year just so Cam Coleman can stay one more year, or just so Malcolm Simmons don't transfer. Because here's the deal, man. You're going to go out and you're going to get a good coach. They're going to do it. They're going to make sure they get the guy this time. And he's got players under him that are good players. All right? Take John Summerall, for example, from Tulane. What if Retzlaff follows him to the SEC?
Yeah.
Or what if he gets back out to Duke and gets Mensa back with him? You know, like it's possible. Yeah. The coach at North Texas with a freshman quarterback that's thrown for 70,000 yards already this season.
Yeah, I mean, they won too.
There's people out there, man. The transfer portal's a thing. NIL's still a thing. It ain't going anywhere. Auburn's got the money for it. Hugh Freeze's buyout's only $12 million. Like, it's not a lot.
The lowest in the SEC right now.
Yeah, it's not a lot, bro. So I'm not sweating that. But I do think it's time. Texas survives a game against Kentucky. Brooks Austin puts out on X and says, "You're not a true SEC team until you've went to the sweats with Kentucky all the way down in the fourth quarter."
Overtime. Yeah. Overtime.
Kentucky's that team, though. They're going to do that to somebody every year. Every year.
Hey, Boley looked good. I mean, I'm not going to say he was spectacular, but that dude, he's got wheels. He had a rush touchdown from like 24 yards out against Texas defense.
Bro, he was 31 for 39.
Yes, sir.
258 yards.
I don't think he hit any passing touchdowns, but they got that running back. What's his name? I forget. He's good too, though. Is it Cedric? No.
Seth McGowan.
Seth McGowan. Yeah.
He only had 45 yards, but
he's a little bowling ball. I like him.
Yeah. Arch Manning's not good, y'all.
No, I can't. Look. If I'm going to the game this weekend. I'm telling you, if Mississippi State's first SEC win under Levy is against Arch Manning, I'm storming the field by myself.
Come unhinged. That'd be crazy. Come unhinged. I hope that for you. I hope nothing but the best for you. So that's the SEC games. I do want to come back and touch on this USC Notre Dame game because I was a big advocate on USC winning this game. And dude, Jaden Maava, he didn't play bad, but he didn't play to win that football game, man. He was 22 for 42, 328 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. So a lot of yards, had a couple touchdowns, 2 costly interceptions. CJ Carr was only 16 for 26 with 136 yards. But you know what it comes down to? The best running back in the country, Jeremiah Love. He had 228 yards by himself.
Yeah. He's such a beast, dude. Dude, his play, the little highlight tape on the goal line against Penn State last year, easily the greatest highlight tape I've ever seen. I think that deserves him to go first round just alone. He don't even have to come back to college football this year. He goes first round off that one play.
Do you know what his yard average was?
16.2.
9.5. Oh, jeez. My goodness.
If you got a running back, that's the first down every play. Yeah.
Round of applause, baby.
Hey, did y'all see Lane Kiffin do that?
Yeah. I was clapping. I was clapping. That's hilarious, dude. And I love that Kirby's clapping back at him, too. He said in his post-game presser, he said, yeah, Lane gave me two tickets to hot yoga, so appreciate that, Lane. Thanks a lot.
Sure. Dude, I love that little friendship right there.
No, they're all, yeah. I like Kirby Smart, man. I like Lane Kiffin, especially after that documentary. If y'all have not watched that documentary, I encourage y'all to go watch that. That's very good. USC was only held to 68 rushing yards. Holy defense. Okay? What y'all think about that?
Yeah, that's defense. I'm kind of back on the Notre Dame train. I never was on it, and I was like, man, they're 0-2 and they're still ranked. I was, not in for that at all. But I kind of understand now. This is a pretty good team. It's a pretty good team.
Indiana steamrolling Michigan State 38-13. Mendoza. 24 for 28, 332 yards, 4 tutties. What a unit. What do you think?
7-0. 7-0.
Number 3 in the country, son. No, number 2 now. Number 2 now.
Today, yeah. Yeah, A&M's 3, I think.
All right, let's quit doing recaps. Let's talk about these rankings real quick that just come out before we get off here. All right, a few more minutes here. Notre Dame comes all the way up to 12, son. They didn't waste no time trying to get them back in there, did they?
No, not at all. They're back in the playoffs now.
Hey, I got a good question right here from the chat. Who's y'all's number 1? Alabama, Ohio State, or Indiana, Ohio State? Is my number 1 team in the country right now.
Dude, they're just so good.
They are unstoppable.
Man,
here's my only thing. 2 ranked wins. One of them is to a team that is in the bottom of the SEC, and they beat them 14-7.
They're not bottom of the SEC, brother. Relax.
Bro, I'm just saying.
Bottom half.
They are very good, dude. Don't get me wrong. Ohio State, to me, is number 1. But I don't know.
I don't think that the caliber of
the caliber, the talent.
No, well, not even that. It's
they're ranked teams.
The week in and week out of brutality in the SEC.
Consistent, yeah, right.
And we're going to 9 games next year. We ain't doing nothing right now but beating the crap out of each other to see who can get in the top 12 to go into the top 12 playoff with injuries and people that aren't 100% because we just beat the crapping back.
Here's my thing. Ohio State beats Illinois 34-16. They're ranked 17th. Indiana beats Illinois ranked number 9th. 63-10. Both teams have only seen 2 ranked teams.
Yeah, but then you got Alabama. Who was this week? I think might have been Florida. Played 5 top 25s in a row. 5 or 6 now.
Auburn's played a bunch.
4.
Yeah, Auburn's. Yeah.
I mean,
they've lost
every one. That's not me. That's not me.
They're 0-4 in that.
That's not me making a case for Bama to be number 1. I'm just saying, like, Ohio State's my number 1. Julian Sayin has an 80% completion percentage on the year.
I'm fine with the top 3. I'm fine with Ohio State, Indiana, and Texas A&M. I'm fine with that right now.
Yeah.
Texas A&M at number 3, I'm fine with it.
I thought you were talking about you don't know about number 4. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good with the top. I'm good with the top 7, 8.
Ohio State beat Branson says Ohio State beats Alabama and UGA by 17 points. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. It would be tough. It would be tough.
It would be tough.
Julian Sayin, hey, y'all hear me on this. Julian Sayin has an 80% completion percentage in college football. 80%.
What I would do to have a quarterback like that, man.
I know, right?
Man,
I think Mac Jones holds the record right now for like 73% or 74%. Julian Sayin had 80. That's crazy, dude.
Blake Napier says Ohio State number 1, but it's hard to look past Bama for their last 4 games. Yeah, look, I mean, I agree with that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think if you make it in the top 12, there's gonna be that much difference between these teams. I mean, you look all the way back to 10 right now. 10 is Vanderbilt, 9 is Miami, Ole Miss, Georgia Tech, Oregon, Georgia, Alabama. These teams can have a fluke win in the playoffs. Any of them could. I mean,
I will say this: if Texas A&M and Alabama lined up on a neutral field right now and played each other, I think Alabama wins that game.
I think so
too.
But
tell me why I want to see a Georgia Tech versus Alabama so bad.
Dude, I was thinking that this weekend.
I want to see that matchup.
Haynes King, dude.
Man,
it could happen in the playoffs. You never know.
You know, Alabama being at 4, Georgia at 5, Oregon 6, Georgia Tech 7.
I think Georgia Tech needs a little bit more credit.
But who do they jump? Because I don't think they're ready to jump over Oregon, Georgia, or Bama yet.
That's what I'm saying, man. That whole list right there between 1 and 10 is just –
I think the top 10 is spot on.
Yeah,
I think it's spot on. Now, I will say that Texas Tech dropped a little further than they should, losing to 14.
Yeah, but Arizona State, come on, Mississippi State beat them. Come on now.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't have an issue with any. I don't have an issue with any of the top 25 right now, honestly.
I think if you have a good day with Jeremiah Love with Notre Dame right now, he could be in.
Haynes King, when he starts limping, his X factor kicks
Yes,
in.
sir.
Weston McLeod.
Look,
He's 99 overall when he's got that pimp limp going on.
My luck and Bama's luck is he starts limping in the second quarter.
Oh, it's over with.
And it's ball game.
Yeah.
38-27. Roll the credits.
They're leaving
Alabama
the board
lives and dies by Ty Simpson. He has a bad game. They are cooked.
Not wrong.
My answer to that is, yeah, that's any good team. Any good team that has a good quarterback is like that.
So what happens to Ohio State if Julian Sand goes down?
They're cooked.
Gunnar Stockton goes down.
What happens to Georgia Tech if Haynes King goes down? Cooked. What happens to Gunnar Stockton? What happens if Gunnar Stockton goes down? Pugs come in. He's thrown interceptions when he's been in there. So, what happens if Marcel Reed goes down?
Yeah, but Texas A&M has got some running backs. Le'Veon Moss. They had 200-something yards rushing.
Speaking of running backs,
Arkansas, but
I think Nate Frazier from Georgia is better than Le'Veon Moss.
Oh, dude, yeah, I think so. Hey, speaking of running backs, did y'all watch any of the Bama game?
Yeah.
All right. Jay Miller, pretty much non-existent. He had the one touchdown.
Yeah.
Kevin Riley didn't really do a whole lot. What about the 250-pound Daniel Hill?
Is he freshman or sophomore?
He's a redshirt freshman. I think they redshirted him. Dude, his yards after contact was crazy.
To be fair, Branson says Alabama isn't averaging 200 yards rushing, Kyle.
No.
My answer to that is Georgia's not averaging 200 yards rushing either. So let's just say.
What did we look up on that rushing leaders today? I don't think that Alabama has anybody in the top 10, but their pass game, they're second.
Yeah, because they're
losers.
Again, L7 squares.
Again, don't get it twisted. I didn't say anything about Bama having elite running backs. I'm just saying Daniel Hill had a game against Tennessee. Like, his yards after contact was nuts. Staying up, like being able to be balanced and actually get hit, about to fall and get 4-5 more yards. Like, dude he had a game.
Alabama is a Jeremiah Love or a Nate Frazier away from being the number one team in this country right now.
Fluff Bothwell.
I'm telling you, Fluff Bothwell. You know, I'd go out on a limb. I'd go out on the limb and say that if they had Jeremiah Cobb from Auburn on their team right now, they'd be a freaking nature. I mean, he had 111 yards. Like, he was balling.
Yeah. Diego Pavia and Taylor Green have more rushing yards than anybody on Alabama's team right now.
Yeah, Alabama's rushing yard. Yeah.
What a unique stat to throw a shade at Alabama.
Dude,
who come up with that?
Jeremy Jeremy Bernard was Bama's leading rusher Saturday.
But the top three passing yard leaders is Joey Aguilar, Ty Simpson, and Taylor Green, and they're within 31 yards. It's 1,948 yards for Joey Aguilar, 1,931 for Simpson, and 1,910 for Green. The next closest one is Marcel Reed at 1,700. So I just go to show you the pass attack that they have.
Hey, let's look at this right now. I want to do this before we get off here.
Yeah.
If the playoffs were locked right now, listen to these matchups. This is amazing. A rematch, because your 1 through 4 would be locks. They would get first round buys.
5.
Georgia facing Notre Dame, rematch of the national championship.
TA, bye Georgia.
Oregon versus BYU, be a high scoring game.
BYU would get crushed though.
Yeah, they would absolutely.
Georgia Tech and Vandy.
Georgia Tech and Vanderbilt. Ole Miss versus Miami. That would be the best game of the weekend right there. Ole Miss versus Miami would be phenomenal.
And Georgia Tech versus Vandy would be crazy.
Haynes King and Diego Pavia battling it out.
I got Georgia Tech in that one. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
No, dude, I gotta ride with Vandy.
I would ride with Vandy. But
man, Haynes, you can't bet against that guy though. But that's the same thing with Diego Pavia. You don't ever
brother Thugga. I think he meant but he said Thugga.
No, UGA. Brother, UGA.
Thugga Bulldogs is averaging 191 yards rushing a game. Yeah, but it's not 200, so you're 9 yards off.
How many criminals is on that team?
Oh, yeah. They're running so much because they're running from the popos.
They're super fast.
running
so
from the
good. They should be on
5-0.
Yeah, they're running
They
from
should
the
be number
5-0. Who do y'all think would win? Ole Miss or Miami?
I'm riding
Ole
with Ole
Miss.
Miss. I'm riding with Lane.
I think Ole
Okay.
Miss takes that one.
I think if Louisville can
Not
do
who
that,
you want to win, not who you want to win. Who do you think would win? Like, be honest here, because I want to look at something.
against
All right, Georgia, Notre Dame.
Georgia. Hate to say it.
think they would win. Georgia would win.
Yeah.
I do too.
And Jeremiah loves balling, but I think Georgia probably will.
Georgia gonna stop that run, man.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Love probably get 100 yards that game, but he'd be the only one to do it. So
Yeah, you stop him, you got him.
all right, Georgia beats Notre Dame. Oregon versus BYU beat Oregon. We're gonna say Oregon will win that one.
Oregon, yeah.
Tech and Vanderbilt. Be honest right now. Who would win that game?
I think Vanderbilt.
Because Georgia Tech does the same thing they do.
But Vanderbilt just beat that LSU defense.
They did.
I'm going to have to ride with Vandy, man. I just don't think Georgia Tech's played that caliber of a defense.
Okay. All right. So we'll say Vandy. Ole Miss, Miami. Straight up right now.
Ole Miss.
I'm taking Ole Miss.
All right. Well, I'm just going off y'all's because I don't want to do controversy here. All right. So that would put Vanderbilt playing Ohio State. Oof.
That'd be nasty.
That would be a bloodbath. Ole Miss playing Indiana.
That'd be a good game.
Oregon versus Texas A&M. Oh my gosh, that
Georgia and Bama, dude.
Georgia and Bama.
I would hate that. I would absolutely hate that.
It's so hard to beat a team twice.
Let's answer that now.
It is.
Ohio State or Vanderbilt?
Ohio State.
Indiana or
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
Man.
Indiana.
I'm not crazy. I'm just not
Indiana.
crazy about Indiana.
All right, two out of three.
Good.
All right, let me pick. You say I won't pick. I'm gonna go Indiana because I've been riding with Mendoza.
All right. So now you've got Oregon versus A&M.
A&M.
I
A&M.
haven't watched enough of Oregon.
A&M.
I think A&M.
Oregon. I think Dan Lanning, if he ever gets back in that postseason, he's running it. All right, so y'all say A&M because we got to go majority here. Y'all got
A&M.
A&M. All right, A&M. Alabama and Georgia for a rematch in the playoffs.
Dude,
this could potentially be the third time these two teams seen each other this year.
I'm picking Georgia because it's so hard for a team to beat.
We said that, and Georgia did it twice last year against Texas.
I know, but it's Texas.
I'm going
not Bama and Georgia.
I have to
you have
Bama
to
because they're my guys.
All right, majority. Who do you pick, Bryce?
Bama.
Well,
come on.
Go Bama then. Go Bama then.
All right, Bama. Now you've got Ohio State. Right? Hold on. Ohio State. So your front four stays. Now you've got Ohio State versus Bama, Indiana versus A&M.
I think Ohio State versus Bama becomes your national championship.
Well, I'm going to say right now Ohio State wins that game.
Ohio State.
It's hard to disagree, dude.
All right, so Ohio State.
Well, it's gonna come down to who's the better quarterback.
Indiana or A&M?
A&M. I'm just not crazy about Indiana yet. I got to see it.
Cameron?
I got to see it.
I'm not with Mendoza right now, man. I think they're the truth. Indiana right now. Indiana.
I got A&M in that one.
All right.
A&M.
I mean, I'd go with either one of them.
I do not see A&M going to the Natty.
Marshall Reed.
Ohio State versus A&M. I've got Ohio State winning.
Yeah, of course.
I see a two-peat.
Two-peat.
Little repeat. 96-97. Whoa.
That's fun. We need to do this. We need to do that every week. That was fun.
Yeah.
All right. If there was one team in that whole list, 1 to 12, that could beat all odds, who do you think that would be? And it can't be the top four.
Vanderbilt.
All right, I'll take it. I like that.
I think Lane Kiffin's he's due for one too. Yeah. I will say that. If Ole Miss wins,
he'll get it at Florida.
Yeah. The Lane train.
That was good. I like that.
All right. So that's it, guys. I enjoyed it. Thank y'all for tuning in. Please like the video. Please subscribe.
Oh, long time.
We'll see y'all later. Another episode of The Common Fan later.
You've been listening to The Common Fan. See y'all next time. Same tailgate.